Welcome to Sally's Hotline, where we share tips and advice from the podcast Unstoppable Stories That Move. Today's tip comes from Sian Comerford, who lost an astounding 265 pounds over the last 5 years. She is now an unstoppable weightlifter and fitness trainer. But Sian wasn't always this motivated. She knows how hard it is to get off the couch. When her husband passed away 10 years ago, her weight ballooned to over 400 pounds. She couldn't protect her little girl. She became Big Mom. But today, she is Fit Mom. So let's hear some tips and advice directly from Sian. Sian, what tricks did it take to start moving and to stay motivated?
Well, hi, Sally. Thanks so much for having me back on again. I am here to share with you some of the things that kept me moving over the past 5 years. My tips and tricks today would definitely be to start to find your motivation and keep that motivation. Keep an eyesight on what started your journey and where you want to go with that journey and how you want to get there. I've just recently shared my progress pictures, and I had to go back and really think and look at myself and go, man, I am so inspired even by my own journey, just of I never lost my motivation, and looking at my old 400 something pound self and realizing that I am a motivation walking. And
Wow.
it was the keeping the one foot in front of the other, like I'd mentioned the last time we talked, of, just keep moving, keep finding that thing that inspires you. My inspiration was my 9-year-old daughter. Well, at the time she was 2.5, almost 3, and her almost getting hit by a car.
Oh, that's really scary.
It was terrifying for any parent who has small children. They know exactly how scary that can be. And that was my motivation. That was the start of my motivation. And when I started to lose the weight and I started to keep moving, it was, I feel better and healthier every single day. And that started becoming more and more of my motivation.
So it snowballed.
It did. It absolutely did.
Once you started losing weight, you kept going. You kept doing these small things over and over again.
Absolutely. And I just actually got told today by somebody who's seen my story online, and they expressed to me about how much my story is an inspiration. They said that it's an incredible transformation, and they can see how much hard work I've put into it, and that they want to follow me just so they can continue to see the end results.
Oh, that's amazing. It is an incredible transformation. And it did not happen overnight.
Absolutely not. This has definitely been a work in progress over the past 5 years. And 2 of those years, Sally, honestly, I was down and in bed rest. I had double ankle replacement on one of my right foot, and that put me basically off of any type of activity. And I did have some weight gain. Some about 40 pounds was put back on, and I took that off as of 2 months ago. As of yesterday, I'm almost to 50 pounds down. I will hit my lifetime goal of reaching 150 pounds within the next month.
Wow. And so an important part of that too was you kept a log and you're looking back at your pictures.
Absolutely. That was something else I pointed out to somebody today when they'd asked. They were like, what else keeps you motivated? And I said, honestly, take pictures. Take pictures of yourself, even if you don't like it, because trust me, I did not like looking at the camera. I had to really go back, Sally, and really look at, because nobody, when they're big, likes to look at themselves. They don't want to be in front of a camera.
Right.
And I did my best to avoid being on that side of the camera, because I also do photography. And I avoided that camera like the plague. And but I did have to go back. I did find pictures of my former big self, and I compared them to what I look like now, and it is night and day. And it really does help me remember where I came from, where I started, why I will continue to keep fighting for my life every single day and make this my priority.
Oh, that's amazing. You do have an incredible story of transformation. I love that advice. I'm going to do that too. I'm going to take a look at some of my old pictures.
Absolutely. I'm not kidding, Sally. I'll have to, I'll actually, hang on. I'll show you. I'll send you a couple of them real quick.
Okay.
comparison that I made, and it is night and day the difference in size.
Wow. I just love that advice. Because sometimes looking at those ugly pictures of yourself, you can't deny it anymore. It's the
Nope,
hard fact in front of you that you can't deny it. You can't run away from it. It's there.
absolutely.
Like it or not, sometimes you got to step back and be a little impartial about your statistics. It's like, okay, I weigh over 400 pounds. It's a number. That's my starting place. I,
Yep.
you know, I got to just work on it a little bit at a time and it will drop. And the math doesn't lie when you gain the weight, and the math doesn't lie when you lose the weight.
Right. And that's what I told somebody earlier. I was like, trust me, I said, I did not put this number on overnight, and I did not take it off overnight. This was something that I had to do every single day, and I had to fight for every single day. And it was definitely it's still a work in progress. I actually just tried on clothes today where I was like, I don't still like the way my legs look.
Maybe some tights. How's
Yeah,
that?
yeah, yeah. Lots more leg lifts this summer. Lots more leg work
More
this
leg
summer.
lifts. That's a better answer. if,
Absolutely.
if you don't like it, change it up and do something different.
Actually, that's exactly what my trainer and I are getting ready to do. We just changed my whole program so that I can start doing more legs instead of upper body for the next few months.
Wow. Well, I got to say, I love my legs. They're rocking.
Yep, I'm
All that
working on
running.
that. I'm working on that.
Well, best of luck to you. I'm
Thank
sure we
you.
will keep in touch. I'd
Absolutely.
love to hear more of your wisdom.
Absolutely. Thanks, Sally. I appreciate you.
And listeners, if you want to hear more from Sean and hear her full story, listen to episode 28 of the podcast Unstoppable Stories That Move. And let us know what helped you stay motivated. I would love to hear your answers. Please leave a comment so others can learn from you, and share the podcast with your friends, with anyone who needs a boost. And thank you for listening to this little tip. This is a podcast with a purpose: to raise $1 million for medical research, to fund cures for cancer and other diseases. And we can't get there without help from people like you. So donate now at unstoppablestoriesthatmove.com. Together, we can save lives. And now it's more urgent than ever, as the NIH budgets are being cut. And we have to do something about it. So instead of complaining, take action and donate here. And we can support the labs that are making a difference. I'm Sally Hed Dahlquist, host of the podcast Unstoppable Stories That Move. Keep moving forward.